Welcome everybody to the channel, coming to you with some Canton Network. With some bad news, we're pulling back on the day, pulling back on the 4-hour chart. We got some news over here. Iran today, 3 hours ago, reimposes strict control over the Strait of Hormuz, citing continued U.S. naval blockade. What are they saying? The strait will not be fully reopened until America allows full freedom of navigation for vessels traveling from Iran, Iranian military officials indicated. So there is the recent news of the day. We're having a pullback. We've seen Bitcoin pull back all the way down to just below support level here at 75,800. It's in a support range, so maybe that will hold. But do think about what's happening in and around the Middle East. Looking, we dropped down to the support area right here that ranges from 14.3 up to the current price of Canton Network. Want to get over on some charts and bring to you, as we can see, we did rally up yesterday. We had a big liquidation spike up here on the chart on Canton Network. It spiked all the way up to 17.2 cents. And all it was doing was liquidating some longs, liquidating some shorts, liquidating some shorts. Because now you can trade Canton Network, but wanted to come to you with the CVD and the funding rates, spot accumulation. All this is imported on the price of Canton Network. Kind of helps you, let you know we're bullish, we're bearish, so we're heading up, we're heading back down. As you can see on the aggregated futures bid and ask, we're sitting down on the negative side. This is shorts coming in, I guess, on the news. We get over here and we look at the funding rates. We're pulling back. Shorts are dominant right now. You got the longs paying to the shorts because of this recent pullback we're having. In the CVD, you look at the CVD we study, and what this is right here, people, those watching the channel, this is aggressive selling and aggressive buying. So as you can see right here on the 4-hour chart, we've had ever since up here, back on April 11th, we've had major aggressive selling coming in. We did consolidate across here a little bit, and then we've had some major drops on Canton Network. And then you got your open interest. Open interest is retail coming into the market, whether it be spot buying, longs or shorts, coming in. We had this massive spike yesterday. On the 14th, a lot of open interest come in on Canton Network, and we had a quick sell back into the range down here. And now we still, open interest is getting out of Canton Network. It stopped. People is pulling out of the market, basically, what you want to, if you want to say. And this overall looks bearish on the overall Canton Network. We need to pull back. We need we're getting them right now. The shorts coming into the market, pulling back negative on the funding rate. That shorts coming in, people. Shorts coming in. So we could be setting up, getting ready for a big sell-off like we just seen. People coming in predicting that the price is going to go down on Canton Network because of the news, and it very well could. We've been ranging here somewhere between 15.5 cents, basically down 13.8. If this news don't get no better over the weekend, we lose volume, we lose interest over the weekend. People spending time with their family, we could see a pullback down to the bottom of the range here at 13.8 cents. We could be looking at Canton Network dropping below, just below the 14-cent area. And I wanted to bring that to your attention also. That anytime, we got a lot, oil is spiking back up now over, it had already started, but now the price of oil is probably going to shoot back up. Let's get over and we'll also look here at let's look at the VIX. The VIX is still, it had shot up. It had come down to 16.88 here, and it shot up, and now it's pulling back again. So, recent news, I mean, at any time, and another thing we got to look at with Canton Network. Yesterday, we had this major push up on Canton Network. This is 1 hour chart. And basically from, just say we're down here at the bottom of the range at 73,298. We rallied all the way up to 78,390. So this is another bearish indication on Canton Network. This did not necessarily roll over into this altcoin. This rally that we're seeing with Bitcoin, we didn't see it roll over into Canton Network. So what we're doing is, if we'll go back to the daily chart, we had this massive rally all the way back from, I don't know why. I don't know. It was showing at one time, but now it's not. Let's close this off. I've lost my crosshairs, to be honest with you. I don't know what happened. But I'll check it out after a while. But anyway, it won't tell me what, but I can't give you a precise date because my crosshairs is messed up now. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, ever since back over here, somewhere around the beginning of the year, I'd say, we've had this rally with Canton Network. It rallied all the way from a little over, 5.8 cents all the way up to 19.5 cents. And so now we're coming back down. Okay. Kind of a reversal right here. We came back down to 13.48 cents. And we moved up. We've been in this range, you could say, right here. When we come back down, we've been in this range right here. But I do see us coming back to the 13.8 cents. Not completely, could just have a week. I'm somewhere around 13.8, 13.9. I'm looking for the price to pull back at that point. We're going to look at our support levels. I'm going to have to come out the wallet with some money and pay for. It's just getting aggravating with these not being able to hit 2 or 3 indicators on there at a time. And that's kind of aggravating. You might as well just go ahead and pay for it and just where you can show all this on the chart at one time. It gets kind of aggravating. But anyway, we had this, I thought we could break above this neckline right here, and it did try, and it got rejected. So, you was kind of forming a W pattern here. As you could say, that was your neckline, and then you come back up. Well, you couldn't get across this. You wicked, but it didn't hold. And that right there was a major rejection on the price of Canton Network. So we quickly have left the 236 and came back to the zero on the 4-hour chart at 14.4 cents. I do strongly believe that we're going to come down. If we lose to 14.3 cents, we're coming back down just under the 14 cent area. Now, at any time, this area could, I'm just saying, this area could hold support. If not, we're going to come down and we're going to try to see if this area right here, I do not see us falling below the negative 236 down here at 13.8 cents. I don't see us going below that. But I did want to bring that to your attention. But then again, for those that just, didn't hear in the beginning, we do have major news. Iran imposes strict control over the Strait of Hormuz. The strait will not be fully reopened until America allows full freedom of navigation for vessels traveling from Iran. And that's from the Iranian military officials indicated. So that's what we, Iranian military officials said Saturday that conditions in the Strait of Hormuz have reverted to strict control, citing that the continued U.S. blockade of its ports just one day after declaring the waterway completely reopened. Control of the Strait of Hormuz has returned to its previous state, and this strategic waterway is now under strict management and control of the armed forces. A spokesperson for Iran Military Command Headquarters said, until America allows full freedom of navigation for vessels traveling from Iran to destinations and vice versa, the situation in the Strait of Hormuz will remain under strict control and in its previous condition, the statement added. Iran has announced the reopening of the vital waterway on Friday, though there had been limited initial movement while shipping companies assessed the changes. You have President Donald Trump said an American blockade of Iranian ports would continue until a peace deal was reached, prompting Iran's parliament speaker to warn that the vital waterway would not remain open unless the U.S. lifted the blockade. The Americans, with their repeated breaches of commitments well documented in their record, continue acts of piracy and maritime theft under the so-called blockade. The Iranian military spokesperson said on Saturday. Iran's Navy said Saturday that the strait will remain under Iranian military control as long as the U.S. blockade remains in place. Any breach of commitments by America will receive an appropriate response. The Naval Command of Iran's Revolutionary Guard Corps said, according to Iran's semi-official Fars News Agency, as long as the passage of vessels from Iran to Iran is threatened, the state of the Hormuz will remain as it was before, it added. The critical state of Hormuz trade route, through which 20% of the world's oil passes, has been declared completely open for commercial vessels for the remaining period of the ongoing ceasefire between the U.S. and Iran. On Friday announcement, U.S. crude oil had plunged 11.4% to $83.85 a barrel, its lowest level since March 10th. While international brute crude oil is slid to $90.38 a barrel. So there you have it, people. There you have it. Bringing it to you here from Captain America Crypto. If you like the content, subscribe to the channel. But be aware, we're going to have a little pullback on Canton Network as expected. Don't feel bad because of this. We had this rally with Bitcoin. It didn't roll over into Canton Network. It's one of the alts that it didn't roll over. So that being said, we will rally in the future, but right now we're looking for a pullback. So then again, subscribe to the channel. I'm glad each and every one of you come by, and we'll see you on the next one. Till then, God bless each and every one of you.